Hello everybody, I am Shepples and welcome back to Let's Play Nox. Okay, so we've after getting the Amulet of Teleportation, found that Stravis is dead. He was killed by a bunch of bandits. And now we're on our way back to give it to Horvath. Now if I had realised that we were this close to getting back, I probably would have finished off this in the last part, but I didn't realise that. Looks like your man's got the elevator going again. Okay. Well, I didn't realise we were this close. Oh wow.
You found the Amulet of Teleportation. Excellent. My worst fears for Stravis, however, have sadly come to pass. I shall miss him, but unfortunately we have no time for mourning. The hamlet of Bryn needs my help, and the airship captain has requested your assistance. Good luck, apprentice.
Decades ago on this sacred plain, armies from the north and south met in a deadly contest to decide the fate of Nox. And those that fell remain here in the Tomb of Valor. And here too on this killing field, a young leader, the hero Jandor, tired of mayhem and death, drew the line at the life of a young infant. The baby girl's name was Hecuba, the sole bearer of the Northern Mage's cursed blood legacy. Jandor let her live on among the ogres. Years later she disappeared. But Hecuba may be here now, lad, attempting to raise the dead, to fill the ranks of her unholy armies from the tombs below. She must be stopped. The entrance to the tombs is in the building at the end of the path. See if Hecuba's been here. You'll know. And careful, many of the crypts have traps against grave robbers.
You now have the ability to create traps. Cool, I probably won't end up using that very much.
I have a feeling we could be excellent friends. That is, if you were willing to be my best customer.
I kind of found that with the Conjurer, when you could just sort of conjure up these things and you could add all these different spell effects to them. I never actually bothered using it in the end. I used it for like the first 5 minutes and then that was it. It was just, I never really bothered with it. But you never know, it might come in handy when it comes to a bit later on in the game for tougher enemies. But for now, I don't think I'm going to be using it that much. Alright, what's this guy got? What's that? Is that not like the same one as I have on me? Yes it is. 108. That's not really worth it. Cloak. That's not really worth it either. I'll take those boots though. That'll do nicely. And I'll sell them. Alright then. Let's head into the Fields of Valor. Or the Field of Valor. Whichever it may be. And see what the story is. So this is where the stories kind of start to intertwine, and it's kind of excuse me, it's the same here for everybody. To think I've been through here so many times already. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's have a look around here. Bit of gold there. Just store up my mana very quickly. Let's see. Okay. This place shouldn't take too long to get through. Because I'm pretty familiar with it at this stage, I have to admit. Wrong spell. That's the spell I want to cast, not Fireball. I do have a habit of hitting the wrong key sometimes. I suppose I better cast that just to have it live, just to be sure. Alright, let's go. I really do enjoy playing this game. It's you know, it's kind of a breath of fresh air to a point, because you know, when I've played quite a few action RPGs over the years. I've played some really good ones, I've played some really poor ones, and you know, it's nice to sort of get something a little bit different, you know, that isn't a complete bloody grind fest where you have to spend like hours and hours and hours leveling up your character and, you know, farming for new equipment and all this sort of thing. So when you get a game that's kind of like this, it's the same kind of principle, but it's different. It really is it's a breath of fresh air, and I've really enjoyed playing it. And in a small sense, I'm gonna have one of those moments of disappointment when I do finish it. Which, when you get that feeling of disappointment when you finish a game, like, you know, disappointment that the game is over, as opposed to, like, you know, disappointment because the game turned out to be crap. In this case, it's because, like, oh, it's a bit disappointing that the game's over now, because that's the sign. That right there is the sign that you have just played a great game. When you get that sort of sense that you wish it wasn't quite over yet. That is the sign of a really good game, when you get that feeling. Bloody bats. They're nothing but a nuisance. I keep casting the wrong bastard spell. There we go. Well, that wasn't exactly worth coming down here for, but never mind. Let's go. And it's not very often that I have to admit, it's not very often I get that feeling where I'm sort of saying to myself, I wish this could go on a little bit longer. And there's only been a few games that I've kind of had that sort of sense of feeling over the past while. Of the Let's Plays I've done, one was Anvil of Dawn, because it is such an amazing game. It was really good. Another one was, in a small sense, The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, but I think that was more because the game felt a little bit too short for me. That one did. I found it to be somewhat, you know, just as things were getting really interesting, it kind of got very bland, and, you know, one second. Colin, oh yeah, it's just lightning upgraded. Excellent, right. With that upgraded, that's going to make life a hell of a lot easier. To me, it felt like, just as things were getting interesting, the game was kind of coming near its end. And I didn't really like that idea. I didn't like how it was written out very well. And I felt that it could have been done a lot better than it was. And then also near the end, I felt that as the player, I felt I was just being dragged through these levels for no real reason other than the developer kind of said, well, it's a little bit shorter than we thought it was going to be, so we need to think somehow how to get another level or two out of this. And they kind of just, you know, they made up these levels that just made it the levels just made these extra levels just made it feel like it was just dragging on and on and on. Because you knew that the ending was approaching, and the levels just, you know, they didn't feel. I just didn't like them. They just felt like they were thrown in there for the ultimate sake of, we got to make this a tiny bit longer. And so I was disappointed by how soon it ended, but I was disappointed in those last few levels because they just felt like that's exactly the reason why they were pretty much putting these levels in, because they had no real, you know, they just had no real purpose behind them either, these extra levels, other than the fact that it was to just make it a little bit harder to get to the end, because you had to basically go around back ways and things like that. And I just felt like, you know, they wanted to make it that little bit longer, so they just added in these levels just for the absolute sake of it. And so it was a mixture of, I was disappointed by how short it was, but at the same time I was annoyed at the fact that they just added in these levels that made no real sense or reason why they were there, other than the purpose of making the game longer. And these levels were quite poor and boring, to be honest. I mean, when I was doing a let's play of it, it took me, I think it was 20 something hours to get through the campaign. But a lot of that was down to the fact that I had it on the hardest difficulty, and it was my first time playing it as well. If it wasn't for those factors, and I've actually done this, I want to see how long it would actually take me to finish it, having gone through it once before and playing it on normal difficulty. And the game was I actually did it in about 12 hours, something like that, 12, 13 maybe, I don't know, it was between 10 and 15 hours anyway. So for an action RPG, that is genuinely quite short, in honesty. And yeah, it was a little bit disappointing for me. Like, I know that you had the whole scenarios to do after that, but the scenarios alone were rather boring. There was no purpose to them other than to get better equipment. That was the only thing that had you driving, because by the time you finished the campaign, you were maxed out in level, which is level 30, which I think is a fucking atrocity for a pure action RPG. I mean, like, I don't think you have to go to level 100. You know, I don't think that a developer has to put in the level cap at 100. Like in Titan Quest, possibly, you know, what I would consider the best RPG ever created, action RPG ever created. Like, you know, that had a level cap of 75, but it took you a long time to get there, and like, you know, you had 3 different difficulties that you could play through, and each time you played through it, you were getting better equipment, and you were still getting stronger, and you had full customization of skills and things like that. And also with Van Helsing, the skills were atrocious. Most of the offensive skills had no purpose whatsoever, because they just weren't useful in any shape or form. Like with my ranged character, all I ever used was the explosive shot. Since I've played like just through a normal difficulty with the warrior, just you know, for a bit of fun, and again all I used was one skill, which was lightning strike, out of all the offensive, and then the rest of my skill points went into passive skills and auras and tricks. So I haven't played the arcane mechanic, and I haven't played the magic user yet either, but the skills were terrible as well, and that is something that Titan Quest did very, very well. The skills were awesome. It was another thing in Diablo 2 I was a little bit iffy about. I didn't really like the skills in Diablo 2. I'll be honest with you. I found that most of them I never really bothered using. They weren't much of a help to me. Like I generally played as the paladin in Diablo 2, and the actual skills themselves were, you know, I found myself using the auras, you know, whether it was defensive or offensive, whichever. It depended on my situation, but that's all I ever used. I never really used any of the, you know, actual offensive attacks or anything like that, because I found them of really no use to me, in all honesty. But that's, you know, whereas Titan Quest was, the skills were really well thought out and really well put to practice, and they worked marvelously. And, you know, between that, some really good mechanics and features in Titan Quest, it really makes it the ultimate, especially when you add the expansion, it makes it the ultimate action RPG experience. And I don't care what anyone else thinks, I stand by that, because I genuinely believe it is the king of action RPGs. In, well, pure form action RPGs. Okay, I'll put it in that way, because this technically has the style of an action RPG, but it's not really the same. Then, so I think that with how good Titan Quest was, and now we've got Grim Dawn currently in early access on Steam, which has been created by the Iron Lore team under a new name, under a different company. I think that Grim Dawn is going to bring Titan Quest to that next level, because it is essentially Titan Quest. They've described it as Titan Quest, the sequel to Titan Quest without it being Titan Quest, is basically what they're saying and what they're calling it. And you can see that from the UI, and you can see that from the screenshots, and that you can see that they're sticking to what they know and what worked before. And I'm really looking forward to it. I was thinking of getting it in early access, but I said I'm not going to bother. I'd rather wait until it actually reaches version 1.0 and is actually fully released.
Yes! Yes! Oh, rise my infernal minions! Mindless zombies! You will obey me and only me, for I am your one and only master. What? Hey, you fools! Obey me! Obey me! Damn!
Akiba, beware. Human eyes are upon us.
What strange sorcery allows a human to be here undetected? To steal my orb? Never! You shall die in this tomb, then join the ranks of my invincible undead legion.
Yeah, we've heard this all before, bitch.
It will be your honor to serve, Hecuba, human. But first, you need to die.
Yeah, we've heard all this before. There we go. Ah, that took a nice chunk out of him. Where's he going? Whoa!
You didn't belong.
I kinda saw that happening. God damn it. Sorry. Fuck! Sorry, I'll continue saying what I was saying once I've beaten this guy. Ah! Sorry. This is frustrating. God damn it. Come on! I'm just gonna fire magic missiles and keep on the move at the same time. It's the best way to probably take this guy out. I think he's nearly done. I think. And then he runs like a little bitch out the door. Ah, come on! I don't believe that. That is just sick. This guy's an asshole.
You may have stopped, but you'll never leave this crypt alive.
And neither will you. Alright, I'm calmed down again now. Very annoying when you die constantly like that. Anyway, what was I saying? Action RPGs! Yes. So I honestly think now that, one second, burn, scorch your oppressors with a patch of flame. Yes, this is going to come in very handy now. Okay, maybe not as handy as I anticipated. Alright, that's not gonna work. Right, we're gonna have to torch these zombies, otherwise they'll keep getting back up again. Though I could just do this. Oh, that worked. But yeah, I think once Titan Quest is Grim Dawn is actually released, I think it's going to basically take the spot of king of action RPGs, just as Titan Quest did before that. Because it is made by the same guys, so you know it's not like they don't know what they're doing or they haven't done it before, because well they have. So I think we've got something really special coming on the way in the form of action RPG, because over the past few years there's been a couple of attempts, you know, Van Helsing being one. There's another one called it's either Lezabel or Isabel or something along those lines. I can never tell if it's an L or an I. And I have it, but it won't run on this machine because this is XP. But it's according to the general reviews of the game and the overall score on Steam, the game doesn't appear to be that impressive for an action RPG. So, you know, I'm certainly not holding my breath on that one. Fireball level 2, nice. You know, and then you've had, you know, Neocore games with Van Helsing. I'm sure there's a couple of others there as well somewhere along the line, and you know, we've had a couple of, for a while now we've only been really getting, you know, average-ish kind of action RPGs in all honesty. Like even Diablo 3 was, despite it being somewhat popular from what I can tell, I haven't played it myself, but from what I can tell it's been pretty popular still, but even that was a massive disappointment to everybody. unlike its predecessors. It was apparently very imbalanced. Endgame was crap, and things like that. There was just little there to keep the players going, and you had classes that just completely overpowered other classes. And, you know, you essentially had that bullshit to deal with, and that in an action RPG is never, ever, ever a good thing. And that's kind of, you know, Diablo 3 was a disappointment. There's no denying that. And from what I've seen and heard about Grim Dawn so far, in the sense of trailers and developers' videos and the likes, it is really turning into something very, very promising. And I really think that we've got essentially a new Titan Quest on the way, which is something that I am absolutely and truly excited about, because it is probably one of my top 10 favourite games of all time, and it is without a doubt my number 1 favourite action RPG of all time. I know the Diablo games they're up there too, but Titan Quest just kind of brought action RPG to a whole new level that we hadn't seen before, and it was awesome. And it was a really long game too. It was quite long. You know, you wouldn't finish the campaign in a hurry, that's for sure. So that just kind of added to it, and the amount of items in it is ridiculous. It really is, and it's overall an absolute awesome game. And if you haven't played Titan Quest, please, I don't care if you watch the rest of this video or not, go on to fucking Steam and get the expansion too, and play the shit out of it, because it is an awesome game. You don't know what you're missing. You really don't. It is the king of action RPGs, and it always will be, unless of course Grim Dawn surpasses it, which is quite possible considering it's done by the same people. So yes, I don't care if you watch the rest of this video. If you haven't played fucking Titan Quest, get off your ass, get onto Steam, buy it, download it, and play the shit out of it, and take a week off work while you're at it, because you're going to need it. Because once you start playing Titan Quest, it's a bastard to put down. So yeah, just make sure before you do, call into work, take the week off, and basically lock yourself in a room for a week. And there you go. Play Titan Quest. Oh, I'm terrible. I don't know whether to call that good advertising or not. I don't know. It's I'm really not sure whether to call that good advertising or not. But yes, it's definitely worth it. I'll leave it at that. It's worth it, and you won't find an RPG that is an action RPG that is better balanced and more fun. And it's got quite unique features as well. There's a few features in there that isn't in other action RPGs. So yeah, it's well worth it. I can't begin to imagine how many hours I have put into Titan Quest over the years. It's probably somewhere in the near 1,000 by now, I'd say. But yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't, because it's well worth it. And if you're looking for a really good action RPG to keep you going, if you are waiting for Grim Dawn, why not get Titan Quest? Because it'll give you a feel for Grim Dawn, because it is essentially it's going to work very similar to it. So if you kind of learn how Titan Quest works, you're going to have a fair idea how Grim Dawn works as well. So yeah, definitely, as I said, check it out. It's an awesome game. It really is an awesome game. And I couldn't recommend it highly enough. I'll be honest. I think pretty much the fact that I told you to take a week off work and just go out and buy it, I think that kind of proves that it must be a pretty decent game. But you know, that's what I think anyway. And I know that there's quite a few people out there who would agree with me as well, because I know a few people who are just as big of fans of Titan Quest as I am, and rightfully so. Yeah, we'll torch them. Okay. I'll take that staff if you don't mind. I'm not going to equip it yet though. What I'll do is I'll put it in there and use it as I need it. Might as well use that and pick it up. Right, okay. Let's keep moving. Problem now is I can't quite remember how close we are to getting out of here, and I know the time is getting on. Shit. God damn it. Burn the bastard! Burn! Ah, shit. God damn it. Burn, bitch, burn. There we go, problem solved. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anti-spark, I'm gonna be needing that, by the way, for what's ahead. God damn it. Okay. Oh, God damn it, it moves. Even in the middle of casting, if I move the cursor at all, it moves the spell. That's a bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. God damn it. That's it, you boys come over here. I love it! Love it! Ah, dear. Come along. I'll give you the flame too. God damn it! Why don't you all just come out at the same time and make my life a hell of a lot easier? Anybody for barbecued zombie? No? Well, I suppose they are diseased by now, I'm sure. Or at least they'd poison you. And probably turn you into one as well at the same time. Click. Okay. Okay. Goddamn ghost. I'll electrocute your ass. White wolf. Majestic with its snowy coat and gleaming fangs, the white wolf can be cunning ally or deadly foe. Yes, we found out that they can be a pretty good ally from the Conjurer campaign. Okay, there's not really much more. I hear a... No. Bollocks. Boom! Oh, nice! 4 in 1! 4 in 1! Love it! Alright. Without getting our asses blown off. Ugh. Right, I think we're just at the end of this now. No, nothing. I just thought there might have been a secret there or something. I'm trying to see now. Whee! I think... I'll continue on. I think we're just at the end of it now, actually. Barbaric guardian of the crypt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're right at the end of it now. Because your man comes bursting out of the wall here, doesn't he? Okay. How do we deal with this fucker? Alright, let's see. Do-ra! Ow! Keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. God damn. How tough is this guy? Fucking hell. There we go. Blech. Sorry, pal. You're dead. I had to do what I gotta do. I gotta save the world, man. We could have been friends. But you had to go and do it. Alright, that's enough of that. Sometimes I wonder, am I going mad? Mad? Me? Yep, I'm going mad. Flimsy staff of numbness. If I could pick it up. Stun. Okay, I'll use that. It's handy enough. I'm pretty sure that's going to be worth more than that crappy staff. So I'll bring that one with me. I'm almost certain I'm near the end of this place. It just gets bigger and bigger. See what I mean by it's hard to fucking aim at enemies with the fireball? Ah, dearie me. I was certain. I was genuinely quite certain that we were near the end. Oh, I might as well finish it off. This is going to be a long ass part, though. Not really my intentions. In any shape or form. Alright, let's keep going. Yes. Ah! I still think we're near enough to the end. I hope I'm right. I don't like episodes going too far beyond what they should be, really. But I try to sort of finish at the most kind of logical place that I can, as opposed to just sort of finishing willy-nilly with no sort of sense at all. There we go. I do kind of want to just get out of here and then sort of count it as finished then. Throw that away, pick up that. That'll do. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm getting the hang of this casting spells thing. I bloody should be after all this time. There'd be something fucking seriously wrong if I wasn't. I shouldn't be playing video games if I don't get the hang of it by now. Excuse me. Yes, grab that. Yes, if I don't have the hang of casting spells by now, I should seriously not be playing this or any other video game at all. I'll be completely and utterly honest. Ah, yes, we're near the end now, alright. Yeah, I have to go down here. I remember this. Ah, he ran away. Come back here, Mr. Bat, till I give you a shocking good time. Shocking. Ah, there we go. Oh, this is not pleasant. Come on. Yeah, God, I love this spell. It really does the job. Oh, bollocks. Hey, that's how you do it. Alright. Boom. Right, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. God damn it. This is not going to be effective. Oh. Well, how did he burn that time? Never mind, don't want to know. Some things are best left unknown. Okay. Ah. Burn! Or should I say, electrocute. Okay. That's that. Oh, God. Every time I think I'm near the end, it brings out another fucking thing. Oh, how long have I been going? Way too long. Alright, I really don't want the video to reach an hour. I genuinely don't. Right, okay, so we're going to go into this room and then I'm going to leave it here for this part, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Thank you, and have fun.